welcome back to another episode of the Jory Richard Life program. And this is the second video of this series when we're talking about writing an ad in Facebook for solar power. And I'm making these videos because there is an eclipse tomorrow. So you got that eclipse energy up in this video, baby. Baby, baby, baby. So we're writing an ad in Facebook for solar power. And in the first video, we talked about our objective. What we're actually trying to do. We're trying to get some fucking guy in these people's houses to install solar panels, and when people say, hey, I actually want to go through with it, we're going to give them a 25% discount. Because these prices, it ain't going to last long. So you got to put that urgency in there too. Then our target audience, the people that we're targeting in Facebook, we're targeting tree huggers, hippies, vegans, and people that are into Egypt. And for this example, we're going to be specifically targeting people that are into Egypt, and we're going to be targeting vegans. But in the when we go in the power editor, the people that we're going to be targeting specifically are people that are into Egypt. Because each one of these that we target, if we want to actually test these keywords, we would actually have to target hippies individually, and then we're still going to send out the same ad, because hippies are kind of into the same crazy shit that the people that are into Egypt are in. And a lot of people that are vegans are also into Egyptian shit. But we're targeting specifically, for this example, people that are into Egyptian knowledge and pretty much have like little pyramids like this and shit all over. Because those are people that supposedly like the environment, and they might actually want to get some solar panels put in their houses. Because if they're vegans and they're in the Egyptian knowledge, then they know a thing or two about what's going on, and they might actually want to help the world and quit using electric power and put those fucking solar panels in their house. So in this video, we are going to talk about the attention getter, which is the introduction. That first sentence that people see on Facebook that is going to grab their attention. So they're going to be scrolling, they're going to be seeing pictures of their friends and pictures of dogs and people getting ran over by cars, and then your advertisement is going to pop up, and then you have to catch them with a catchy intro. And this is the first line in Facebook. So let's talk about the sun and how in Egypt they were using solar power to generate all their shit. All their machinery was generated from solar power in Egypt. So we're going to use that, and they would also worship the sun god, and they believed all this power was coming from the sun god. So we're going to make a connection here. We're going to say that, do you know that the sun god is coming to your town? Or the sun god is living? You know the sun god is coming to a town near you? Do you know the sun god the sun god is available in your town? Do you know the sun god is available to speak with? You know the sun god is So like I'm talking about, see this is, you want some broad statement that is going to pique their curiosity, and they're going to say, well, what the fuck is this person talking about? In the introduction, you don't even have to tell them about the advertisement yet at all. You're just trying to get their information, or you're just trying to grab their attention and just pique their interest. You're trying to say something bizarre to get someone to say, what the fuck? So we're writing, do you know the sun god is coming to a town near you? Or you could say the sun god is moving in next door to you. The sun god is moving in next door. Did you know that the sun god lives next door? Did you know that the Egyptian sun god lives next door? So that's our introduction. People are going to be scanning through their Facebook, and they're going to read this. Did you know that the Egyptian sun god lives next door? And they're going to say, what the fuck? That's crazy. What does that mean? What is going on in this advertisement? And then we're going to show like a fucking pyramid in the picture. So we got the introduction, and then we have the body paragraph. So the body is right underneath the introduction and what is going on. We're still piquing their interest, and we're telling them what's going on. So in our body paragraph, we're going to talk about the history and how people in ancient Egypt who built the pyramids, and we still don't know how they built the pyramids because these people were super sophisticated and advanced. We're going to talk about their history and how the Egyptians were using solar power. We'll say 6,000 years ago, the Egyptians built the pyramids. The pyramids. A great achievement that we still can't figure out how it was done. A great achievement we still can't figure out. See, I might not even, I should just be focusing directly on the solar power. I think by just talking about the pyramids right away, we're not addressing the issue at all. Maybe like have like a little jab in there and be like, hey, you know, the Egyptians even built the fucking pyramids and we don't know how they did that. They must have been onto something. But we're going to just talk about solar power. We'll say that the Egyptians 6,000 years ago, discovered, harnessed the true ultimate power. The ancient Egyptians, some 6,000 years ago, harnessed the ultimate power of solar. Okay, so what we have right now, we have the introduction. We say, did you know that the Egyptian sun god lives next door to you? And that's not fair, right? That's not fair, because if you read something like that, everybody is going to want to read, and then they're going to be so curious, like, what the fuck is this advertisement? Did you know that the Egyptian sun god lives next door to you? The ancient Egyptians, some 6,000 years ago, harnessed the ultimate power of solar. Everything that they ran, these beings, everything that they've had, everything that, and then maybe we can give some examples. You know what? We're going to end this video here, and we're going to continue writing the body in the next video. But this is what we have so far. And again, this program, the Jory Richard Richer Life program, is offered for free at this moment, and it's live. And you can add your 2 cents in, and we could brainstorm together, and we could crank these advertisements out one after another. So then we can get businesses in each niche and specific advertisements that actually convert. And it's going to be genius, because it's not just going to be my mind, it's going to be everybody's mind. And we're going to take all our experiences and combine them, and then we're going to write gold. And this is what is going to pay us a lot of money, because it's a combination of all our minds. So in this video, we wrote the introduction and the body. And I'm going to read it one more time. So people are scrolling through Facebook, and they come to our ad, and it says, "Did you know that the Egyptian sun god lives next door to you?" And then they go down to the body. The ancient Egyptians, some 6,000 years ago, harnessed the ultimate power of the sun. And then that's where we're going to begin. We're going to keep on going into it, and we're going to talk about how everything in the Egyptians' houses and in their pyramids, they had solar power. Their pyramids were fucking solar power, right? I mean, I don't even know, but that's why you got to research this shit and know what you're talking about. But that's how we're going to get people to get these solar power boards installed in their houses. We're talking about the Egyptians were so smart, they did so many great things, and everything that they had came from the sun. The sun was generating all this power. So it's saying, well, you should be like the Egyptians, because you're in the meditation and you're into all this spiritual stuff. Why don't you be a real Egyptian and they get those fucking solar panels installed in your house? So that's the angle that we're taking for this. So this was episode number 2, the second business that we're talking about, solar power. And this was the Jory Richard Life program.